Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Hello everyone, and welcome to CEM Audio Edge. Today is Friday, September 21st, and I'm your host, Kyle Iverson. This is our Variety Friday show that features anything and everything unique to gaming. From industry forecasts and philanthropy projects to lifestyle profiles, entertainment news, and white paper summaries, Variety Friday covers it all. Mike Johnson, Director of Industry Development for Reed Exhibitions, joins me on the show today. We'll be discussing the 2012 Global Gaming Expo and what those attending can expect this year. I do want to remind our listeners that you can call in with your questions at 718-766-4250. Again, that number, 718-766-4250, or go to our website chat room and we'll get those answered. You can also join in the conversation and follow us on Twitter at CEM Audio Edge. Thank you so much for joining me today, Mike.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Could you start out by telling our listeners more about yourself and your background in the gaming industry?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I come from the convention side of the business, obviously, and what's commonly referred to as MICE in the gaming space, or meetings, incentives, conventions, exhibitions. Notice I jumped in there and explained that quickly before you can throw the rodent joke out, which most people like to do. But with that, I essentially wear a few different hats here at Reed, where, one, I'm responsible for our conference programming, so the development of all the conference sessions and topics that you see each year, as well as the recruitment of speakers. Mm-hmm. I also oversee our sales effort in the recruitment of the exhibitors that you see on the floor, as well as all the advertising that you see throughout the convention center. And also in all of our digital media channels, our website, our digital showrooms, as well as the mobile application. And thirdly, last but not least, I also am the lead on the G2E Asia show, our sister event in Macau. So I've got sort of a full plate of responsibilities here.
Definitely. That sounds like quite the load. What new things at G2 are you most excited about this year?
Well, the biggest thing that I'm excited about, that we're all excited about here, is the sheer size of the show. This is going to be the biggest G2E that we've held since 2008, and that's significant because if you look at our numbers over the last couple of years, you'll see that unfortunately, we've sort of shrunk a little bit the last couple of years, which is sort of reflective of the economy. This year, we are going to be 15,000 square feet larger than we were last year
wow.
in terms of the space that you'll see on the floor. So like I just said, we actually have shrunk every year since '08. This year we're back with 15,000 square feet more space. It's really, really exciting because our business really reflects what's happening in the industries that we develop shows for. So it's really, really good news for the industry.
So with this new space, what are some of the new features and events this year?
Well, all of that new space is being driven by a couple things. One, you're going to see over 120 new companies at the show this year that have never been there before. But you're also seeing a lot of our existing customers taking more space because they have new products and new product launches, more so than we've seen in recent years. Specifically, you're going to see over 200 new product launches at the show this year, which is very, very exciting. A lot of that's being driven by the iGaming and land-based convergence topic, but all in all, a lot of really good and interesting new products to see.
Can you tell us more about the location that the conference is being held and why that location was selected?
Yeah, well, the event again is going to be back at the Sands Expo, which is co-located at the Venetian Palazzo, right on the Strip. A lot of great feedback in moving the event there last year. Specifically, the conference within the event is going to be moving from the ground level of the convention center up into the second level. And if you're familiar with the space, that's essentially the same level as the show floor. So we found that was a little bit more convenient for our conference delegates, essentially getting to and from the show floor, and it's also more convenient in getting back towards the casinos that are located there at the Venetian Palazzo.
Definitely. How has the promotion of the conference gone thus far?
Well, we don't like to reveal the numbers until the event because, it's nothing is said and done until we're there. But all things are indicating a very, very strong show that will hopefully match our growth. But like I said before, there's some really great things that are driving a lot of new interest this year. Two of the main themes in the conference side this year, which are getting a lot of buzz, is the continued convergence of online and land-based gaming. You'll see Jim Ryan from bwin.party is going to be our keynote this year, and a lot of really great content in the iGaming Congress and the track that follows it. So that's generating a lot of buzz. In fact, for those who cannot physically be with us this year, we're also introducing a virtual ticket, which you may have seen this year. So if you can't pull out the stops to get to Vegas this year, you do have the means to see some of our content online, which you can learn more about on our website. But one of the other things that's driving a lot of interest in the promotions this year is what we're calling our Insights on Operations program, and essentially that was sort of a successful project that we launched last year. The conference is a 4-day conference, and the last day we've always sort of played around with, how do we keep people there at the show longer, and we decided that rather than having multiple tracks that last day, we would pull everybody together for large plenary sessions that had mass appeal and sort of forward-looking concepts. And this year, that program is going to focus on the future of the business and what the future casino and the future casino player specifically looks like. So, to answer your question, all things are really looking good as far as promotions of the show, and we hope that you'll see far more people there than you saw last year.
We do have a question from our chat room here. Remember, those listening, you can call in at 718-766-4250. Again, that number, 718-766-4250. You can join in the conversation at our website or on Twitter at CEM Audio Edge. The question that we have from the chat room is, can you give us any hints as to what celebrities or special guests might make an appearance at G2E this year?
There are a couple biggies. Which are exciting. We are not announcing one in particular that I have in mind. You're going to hear about it on our website early next week. Okay. But if you go online and you pull up products and show specials, you can search by all the celebrities that you'll see in the show. So stay tuned early next week for a big announcement.
Great. What do you see in the future for G2E?
Well, what we're hoping for simply is further expansion and growth. Like I said, Kyle, we're very excited that the show is bigger this year for the first time in a few years, and not just bigger, dramatically bigger. And I've mentioned a few times, with the continued convergence of land-based and online, we expect that will continue to drive our business in the years to come. It's tough to predict exactly when the laws will change here in the United States, although many people think that that's going to be very soon, or at least within the next couple of years. So when that happens, we expect that you'll see even more product from the online sector coming into G2E, and then obviously, as the industry changes, we always aim to change and reflect the business. So in short, that's what we expect in years to come, we hope.
I'm personally interested to know, since all of the work that you do internally for G2E, I would like to know personally, what is your favorite part of G2E?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Seeing all of our customers whom we care about deeply, and the nature of what we do, Kyle, is we're obviously an event company. Where the Reed Exhibitions is the biggest event producer in the world, and we produce close to 500 G2E style events a year for every industry you could think of, from automotive to oil and gas, etc. I've had the privilege of being devoted to what I consider the most fun event in our company, although some people might argue that. But we care deeply about our customers, and although we are an event company, we really consider ourselves to be sort of a business development company. That's why we do these events, is to foster growth for the industries that we represent. And if people commit to us and we can help launch their products and bring buyers to them on the trade show floor, and then provide informative conference content, that's what's most rewarding to me. So seeing all of our customers on site and in person, and all of our supporters, that's really what makes the week for me.
Definitely. Is there anything that we missed today, or would you like to add anything?
I don't think so. I appreciate the time, and just a reminder that registration is obviously still open for G2E, and it will stay so throughout the week of the event itself. But you can register right now on our website, globalgamingexpo.com, for in person and also the virtual ticket, like I mentioned before. So, Kyle, I appreciate the time. Thank you very much, and look forward to seeing everybody in Las Vegas.
Yeah, thanks for being on the show today, Mike. And to our listeners, remember you can visit casinoenterprisemanagement.com for more Audio Edge shows and other great content. And as always, thank you for listening.
Blog Talk Radio, where millions of hosts and listeners gather.
And topics that you see each year, as well as the recruitment of speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I also oversee our sales effort in the recruitment of the exhibitors that you see on the floor, as well as all the advertising that you see throughout the convention center, and also in all of our digital media channels, our website, our digital showrooms, as well as the mobile application. And thirdly, last but not least, what's commonly referred to as MICE in the gaming space, or meetings, incentives, conventions, exhibitions. Notice I jumped in there and explained that quickly before you can throw the rodent joke out, which most people like to do. But with that, I essentially wear a few different hats here at Reed, where one, I'm responsible for our conference programming, so the development of all the conference sessions.
Or go to our website chat room and we'll get those answered. You can also join in the conversation and follow us on Twitter at CEM Audio Edge. Thank you so much for joining me today, Mike.
Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.
Could you start out by telling our listeners more about yourself and your background in the gaming industry?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I come from the convention side of the business, obviously, and
Friday covers it all. Mike Johnson, Director of Industry Development for Reed Exhibitions, joins me on the show today. We'll be discussing the 2012 Global Gaming Expo and what those attending can expect this year. I do want to remind our listeners that you can call in with your questions at 718-766-4250. Again, that number, 718-766-4250.
Blog Talk Radio, the world's largest online radio network.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to CEM Audio Edge. Today is Friday, September 21st, and I'm your host, Kyle Iverson. This is our Variety Friday show that features anything and everything unique to gaming, from industry forecasts and philanthropy projects to lifestyle profiles, entertainment news, and white paper summaries.